in today's episode, I'm talking about time management, and I'm going to go through 10 simple things you can do starting today to work more efficiently and be productive. Yes, productive, not just busy. Welcome to the Elevate Your World podcast. This podcast is for anyone who wants to take their business to the next level. Each episode tackles a topic relevant to entrepreneurs and those looking to start a business. I share tips and tricks on how you can grow your business, find success, and elevate your life. I am your host, Jules. I know most of us wish there were more hours in the day, but to be honest, even if we had more hours, would we just waste them away still on Netflix, social media, phone calls, Snapchat, it goes on and on, TikTok? Ask any successful entrepreneur or business owner and we'll tell you that it's not the number of hours you have, but how you use them. And it does make you reflect. You have to look back and think, what have I actually achieved within my business this year? And it's so easy to be seen to be busy, but are you productive is the real question. In all this busyness, are you producing actual results? So, applying at least some of these time management techniques I'm about to share with you, you can get more done and ensure you're actually reaching your business goals. And also, this is important too, to have more time to actually relax. And I'm laughing because some of my fellow entrepreneurs are like, relax? What is relax? It's a foreign concept. We work like 22 hours a day. It's crazy. So if you have a pen, you might want to write some of this stuff down as well. Number 1, get organized. Well, this is about organizing your workspace, making sure everything is where you need it to be and easily accessible. I'm laughing because I just said to get a pen and I'm thinking now, picturing this. Some of you are running around actually looking for a pen because you don't know where your pens are. So yeah, this is the point of getting organized. This will cut down the time you spend searching for things like pens and just keeping yourself organized. And I'd say what I do, I set aside time every day, just a little bit of time every day to make sure everything's back in the right place, just to make sure everything's cleared up, organized. That always helps me work better. Number 2, prioritizing better. Now, this is very important. There's just so many tasks. You can have a million tasks on your list, but it's important to narrow down everything you have to do to 3 to 5 manageable tasks. And then what you want to do, you want to put these tasks in order from the most to the least important. So that way you're focusing on what's actually essential. And if you do this, you can start eliminating the non-essential and those time-wasting tasks that you end up doing. Which brings us on to number 3. Keep your goals in mind. Now, for your business, each task, project that you have to do in a day, take a moment to consider whether it's directly helping you reach a specific business goal or not. And if it really isn't, consider either 1, eliminating it from your list, moving it to a later time, or 3, delegating it. Delegate it to someone else. So it's very important. I've really learned in the last maybe 6 months or so the importance of delegating, handing over certain tasks to other people. And that's really helped me boost my productivity for this year. As a random example, social media manager. Get yourself a social media manager to manage all your accounts. 4, multitasking. This one, I used to really just take the crown and say, yeah, I'm the queen of multitasking. I can multitask. But you know what? Contrary to what many believe, multitasking doesn't actually make you more productive. It's actually the opposite. In fact, it can ruin your focus and it prevents you from getting any one task done properly, efficiently. So it's important to focus on one thing at a time. 5, set yourself time blocks. With time blocks, you create a block of time for each task that you have to do and then decide how long you will do that task. For, as an example, 1 hour a day. So you've got a 6-month project. So the deadline's in 6 months. You want to dedicate 1 hour per day to that particular project. And then that way it keeps you on track and it prevents you from spending too long on any one thing, which brings us to the next one. Number 6, perform a time audit. Keep track of how you spend your time each day with a timer and write down the results. This is very, very good. I did this and I was shocked how much time I was actually wasting. It's quite bad. And if you do this over, say, a week, you'll get a picture slowly it will start to emerge exactly where you spend your time. And yeah, it does shock you at the end. You'll be like, wow, I really spent 3 hours on Instagram today. So you can really find where your time is actually going. That's a really good exercise to do. I do recommend doing that. And then number 7, choose the best times to work. Now, for some of us, there is an optimal time of day for each type of task. For example, you may be better at communicating in the early morning. I know I am, that's for sure. And for some people, they're more creative. You know, like if you're a writer, you're a songwriter, for example, your best ideas can come at midnight. That's just your best time to work. So it's important to understand yourself like that. Are you a morning person? Are you an evening? Are you a night person, afternoon, etc.? So you just get to know your flow and see where you're better off. I'm not great at after lunch. After I've had lunch and I've gone for my walk, no, I'm not the best. That's not really my optimal time. When I get to a bit later in the evening, then I kick back in again. But just after lunch, you shouldn't ask me to do anything difficult at that point. It's really good to identify these times and use them to eventually schedule your daily tasks, and so you're more efficient in whatever that actual task is. Right, number 8, take regular breaks. This is very important for the mind, for the body. If you work too long doing something, you always end up losing focus and you burn out. It's happened to me so many times. So break up the activities with short rest breaks. You know, if you're working half an hour, take a 5-minute break. And this is where you can just refresh yourself, get your mind off of work for a few minutes, stretch your legs, make a cup of tea, something like that. Then you can get back to what you're doing with renewed and refreshed energy. Right, number 9, schedule some downtime, some fun time. Now, yes, I've spoken about taking a break, but this is actually now where you set aside time for entertainment, some mindless fun, distraction, something that's just fun for you. You can indulge in these small fun activities during your breaks as well. And especially when you know you've got something hard, a hard project task or something difficult to do, make sure you schedule the time in to do that as well. It's a kind of way of rewarding yourself for the hard work that you're doing it. And it gives you that thing to look forward to as well. And finally, number 10. Yes, I had to put this one last because I might spend the longest time talking about this one. Remove distractions. You know, when you're working on your projects or your tasks, things may be taking too long because you're letting yourself get distracted. You can be working on an email and then a ping goes off for your Facebook, or you get a phone call from your mate or something like that. And then next thing you know, an hour later, and you haven't written that 3-minute email. I'm talking from personal experience. So if you can, where you can, turn off all the notifications off your phone. Some people I know, we can't turn our phones off completely because we do need to get phone calls and things. But if anything, turn off the notifications for your social media apps, at least that. And let people know you're working if you can. If you've got people around you especially, let them know you're working. Put on a DND, do not disturb. This is about also learning to say no as well. When you have a task, a project, you have a deadline, you want to get things done, learn to say no where it's necessary. You don't have to respond to every single notification, every phone call, every email, everything. So just focus in, remove the distractions where you can, and you will definitely be much more productive. And that's it. That's the 10. As we go into 2022, we want to be laser focused and definitely highly productive. And for some of us, we need to catch up from the last 2 years. We've lost a lot of time with all the lockdowns and everything that's happened with the pandemic. So we want to really start hitting some of those goals or more goals. We want to go above and beyond what we've done in the last couple of years. And I hope you can use some of these techniques to help you do that. As always, if you want to learn more about setting effective priorities, managing your time, working more efficiently to achieve your business goals, I actually have a book and a course that's available on our website, elevatestudio.uk.com. That's if you're not already on our website. If you're listening from Spotify or Apple or Google Podcasts, you can visit our website there and you can grab the book or sign up for the online course. And also, further to that, you can book us for a consultation where we can work with you one-to-one and help you with your business goals, help you with prioritizing, help you with some of the techniques and things that we've spoken about in this episode. Basically getting you ready for 2022 and helping you manage your time and be more productive. And that's the main thing, to be more productive. And if your goal is to increase sales or reach a wider audience, etc., whatever your goals are, we can help you do that with a one-to-one as well. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope you've learned something from this time management episode. I'm sure I'm going to do some more episodes similar to this as well. But again, thank you for listening, and I will catch you on the next episode.